Towards a New Socialism. Chapter 4. Basic Concepts of Planning. The idea of economy-wide planning is not fashionable. Surveying the current state of the world, one could easily get the impression that economic planning is an idea whose time has passed. Economic growth has faltered in the USA after Reagan, and in the UK after Thatcher, and advocates of the untrammeled market have less grounds for self-confidence than they appeared to in the 1980s. But on the other side of what used to be the Iron Curtain, the collapse of the Soviet-style planned economies is all but complete. Even if capitalism is visibly flawed, planning seems to offer no alternative. The self-confidence of socialists is at an historic low. We are swimming against the tide, but we believe, with good reason, the failure of economic planning in the traditional Soviet mode was not illusory, but we have two counter-arguments to make. First, the system which has been abandoned in Russia was one particular implementation of planning. It was a system shaped by the needs of military production in a state caught in an arms race, starting from a level of economic development far below that of its enemies, initially Germany, then the USA. The arms race and its associated trade embargoes were part of an open and deliberate US policy to bankrupt the USSR. The militarized structure of the Soviet economy was no more an essential feature of socialism than is the militarization of the economy of Israel an essential feature of capitalism. Other models are possible, and we wish to present the outlines of a system which can be efficient in satisfying consumers' wishes, while at the same time guiding the economy towards equality, social justice, and a sustainable place in the environment of planet Earth. Second, we see the costs of the new, thrusting capitalism as socially unacceptable, and we expect that more and more people will come to share this view. The skewing of the distribution of income, wealth and economic security towards greater inequality, the neglect of social provision and public goods, the headlong exploitation of the natural environment. All these negative legacies of the Reagan and Thatcher years will have to be redressed. We believe that a new socialist planning system is the most promising form of economy to deal with these deep-seated problems. This chapter introduces our conception of such a new planning system. We discuss the key features of economic planning in general, and distinguish these from the features of a capitalist economy. The following chapters then set out in detail the planning mechanisms which we see as most likely to be efficient and effective. We distinguish these from the traditional bureaucratic planning in the USSR, and show how our proposed alternative can be made to work by harnessing the remarkable powers of the latest generation of computers. End of section.